I really hope this is working. Hi everybody, this is Janet. Let's see. I think it's working. YouTube is playing games with me this morning, so we'll see. I got my first hello. So let me know if you can hear me, all that good stuff. I'm gonna type good morning. Yay, I'm getting some good mornings. Hope you can see me and hear me. Yay, thank you. The YouTube interface, the new interface wasn't working, so I'm using the old one, yada, 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 yada. But anyway, yay, we're here together. If live stream ever doesn't work, like obviously I try to make this work every time, and we even bought a generator, so like if we don't have power, I can turn on my generator and get power. So probably I'll always be able to live stream every time, knock on wood. But if not, if I'm, screwing with it for like a half hour and I can't get the live stream working, I will just do the group healing without live streaming myself like I used to do. So everyone will still get the healing that they paid for without a live stream. I just want to say that, should that ever occur, so people don't freak out that they're not going to get their healing. Like I said, I even have a generator, so with angel help, maybe that'll always work out. Yay, I'm getting nice hellos. Thank you so much. I need to find my glasses so I can read them all. I have to hide my glasses from my cats, so then I have to find them. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. That's right. All over the world. It's different time for people. Hello, hello. I love all my smiley faces and emojis and stuff. Thank you so much. You guys are very kind. Woohoo, we're gonna do it. Yay. So, as many of you know, my name is Janet, right? I am an energy healer, energy reader, and teacher. So the teacher part is the key part. Well, it's all key, I guess, but the teaching part is key because I don't keep all these techniques to myself. I want everyone to learn them if they want, for no charge on YouTube. So I have a ton of videos, instructional videos you can definitely learn pro level healing for no cost on my YouTube channel. And that's cool. And we have clients all over the world watching today and all the time. I'm so excited about that. And I will be talking about the countries our participants are in, which is always fun to know. I think 10 different countries. I'll be healing 100 people in this during the healing today, and also Sunday and Tuesday. This is a set of 3 healings called a triplet group energy healing, but it does make a really cool walkthrough. So if you weren't able to pay for a spot in the healing so that I'm healing you, you can just use it as a walkthrough and heal yourself as you watch. And I think a lot of people tend to find it kind of inspiring, like, okay, I'm gonna heal myself, I'm gonna do this. Let's see. This theme this time is lighten your path, lighten your journey, brighten your path, lighten, brighten. So there are going to be some new techniques too in this one, which I'm very excited about. Actually, several. It's kind of jam-packed with new techniques, this one. Yay! And so I will be in this little verbal intro before the healing starts, which will be maybe approximately 15-ish minutes or 20 minutes. In the intro, I will be telling you what you're in for, like the general healing techniques that we're going to be using, and the also theme-related techniques, and the new ones I'll just kind of briefly preview for you so you know what's coming. And What else? Oh, I did want to make a note, say something about the other live streams. You know, one of my veteran clients, um, she and I were emailing about something, and she didn't realize that the triple healings are live streamed. She knew the healing masterclass each month was live streamed, but she didn't know the triple healings were live streamed. So I just want to make it very clear to everyone. I do 4 healings per month live streamed. 3 of them are the triplet healings, and then 1 of them is the healing masterclass. So say you don't have a penny to your name, but you do have a good internet connection, so you can watch YouTube. You could watch 4 live streams every month of healings and heal yourself as you watch, and you're very welcome to do that. Now that coronavirus has changed things for people temporarily, as far as maybe the free time that they have, maybe their money levels have changed, but watching a live stream and healing yourself is absolutely free as long as you have the internet connection. So I want to just point that out. And if you have like-minded friends that need some inspiration in these times, you could maybe suggest this to them, and they're welcome to watch as well. And I do want to give a heads up, we have some newbies that, again, it validates that even if you're a newbie, you can do this stuff. Because I had some newbies that were like, oh, I watched the last live stream, or I used the last live stream video, and their aura had been repaired. And even some of them, their chakras had been repaired too. So rock on, newbies. It just goes to show you, you don't underestimate your own ability to do this stuff. It's not brain surgery, It may seem a little woo-woo, but it's if you give it a go, it does work. So even if you're a newbie. And speaking of newbies and everybody else, there are 100 prepaid participants that I will be healing, and it is very reasonable, the cost, if I do say so myself. I think I try to make it as reasonable as I can. So you can look on my website for that, janetwrightreadings.com, and there is a page that says a sessions menu, and then it says pay for sessions here, something like that. Very straightforward. And the standard rate is $50 US for one of the healing packages. So either the healing masterclass or the triplet set of 3 healings. So that's $50 US is the standard rate, but then there are sliding scale rates that go down to a low of $30 US. So you pick the rate that is affordable for you. I mean, 50 is the standard rate, but if it's not affordable, it's not affordable, and you're welcome to pick one of the other rates. So the 100 people that I will be healing include 7 kids. How cute is that? And those kids are their ages are between 5 years old and 16 years old. So we have a big range of kids. So if any of them ever watch, hi kids, you're awesome. And sometimes kids watch that, just use it as a walkthrough later. So in that case, hi kids. And of the 100 participants, they're in 10 different countries. And so 78 are in the US. So hi everybody. 6 are in Qatar. So hello. 5 are in Indonesia. Hello. 3 are in the UK. 2 are in Australia, and 1 each are in Spain, Bermuda, Canada, India, and South Korea. So hello everybody. And let's see, what else? The May healings are up, the May themes on my website, and they're really cool too. And the new techniques that are in this, a lot of them will also be in the May triplet set. Just so you know, like some things that are going to be pretty consistent too is the coronavirus, clearing fear and drama from your energy field about the coronavirus. Maybe just fear of the coronavirus, of getting sick, of your own mortality, or fear triggered by financial shifts, job shifts, employment shifts, social distancing baggage, whatever. So that's going to be in every group healing I do until people don't need it anymore. So for a while, I would think. And oh, and I didn't even mention too that the healing masterclass that's coming up, which is the third Sunday of this month, so that's the 19th of April. The theme so far, I think at first I couldn't hear the full theme. So like on my website right now, it just says body, mind, spirit, which is pretty cool anyway. But I realized the rest of it is joy and simplicity. So when I have time, hopefully today, I will update that so it says it in writing. But you heard it here first. The upcoming Healing Masterclass, which is on Sunday, April 19th, 2020, has a dual theme of body, mind, spirit, plus joy and simplicity. And of course, any healing masterclass, the archangels Ariel and Jophiel will be helping me and giving some messages and helping me plan it out and pick techniques and stuff. All right, so continuing the overview, just to be specific about techniques that we're going to be getting to. Someone says releasing grief would be great too from hearing about others' stories. Yeah, I mean, all the coronavirus stuff, releasing grief, fear, blah, 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 blah. Everything. We will be doing that as long as people need it. A lot of releasing grief is just flow. You know, if you can release, you can release grief. It's just, grief is a lot of stuck energy in a lot of different chakras. And a lot of it is past life grief that is triggered by current grief inducing situations. So it's just releasing. So if you can, if your releasing is really well everywhere, then you're fine with releasing grief as well. But yeah. Okay. So the techniques that we will be doing really today, but also Sunday and Tuesday. I think that hopefully I can fit it all in today, and then we'll just do like the sequel and then the second sequel, you know, on Sunday and Tuesday. So again, today's theme is lighten your journey, brighten your path, which is so cute. And essentially the subtext of that, there will be a lot of energy safety techniques that help you not like leak out energy and help you to have better boundaries with people and beings and stuff like that. So there will be different techniques that help. So there's sort of an energy safety component to this lighten, brighten theme. And then don't be shut down is another way of looking at this theme and what it will do for people. Being shut down is kind of something that you may not realize. You may think, oh, well, you know, I procrastinate, or I want to do something and I don't get it done, right? But you can also look at it in a way of like, you got shut down. There was just too much energy. You were too overwhelmed, and you just kind of, you know, like a toy that just gets turned off, you know? And so we don't want you to get turned off like that. I can give you a quick personal example of don't be shut down in one that you may not realize is even happening. I think it's a good example of that too. I like gardening, and I didn't really realize that for different parts of my life. But when I was a kid, I really thought it was cool, and I wish that I had more opportunities and, you know, whatever. But I had little gardening experiences, and I remember them very clearly. And like I always wanted to have land to plant things. I never thought about owning a house, but I thought about having land to plant like flowers that come up in the spring. That was like a big thing. And when I was a kid. And then of course I forgot completely about that for like much of my adult life. And I never pursued owning a house, never pursued owning land. hardly ever pursued gardening. And then now, you know, I'm almost 50, and now I have a house for the first time, like own. And I have dirt that I can plant in. And I finally planted daffodils last fall, so they come up in the spring. And it hit me that I've wanted to do that my entire life. I've wanted to have some daffodils that come up in dirt that is mine. And I could have done that, you know, in a pot, like on a porch, you know, in Chicago years ago. Many, many, many years. I could have been doing that my whole life. And I never did. And it was a dream of mine. It really was. And it just got shut down, you know. And two, like, I've wanted to have all different kinds of flowers and vegetables and stuff. And I just, it was kind of like mostly out of my mind, or, you know, but I might like fondly look at like a vegetable flower catalog, you know, of seeds, and just, I wouldn't even think like, oh, I'm going to do that now. I'd be like, oh, wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? You know? And then I started meditating recently about don't be shut down. Don't let yourself get shut down. Like, find energy that is shutting you down, like turning you off, basically. That's just so intense and you're just turning off. And I cleared that for a couple of days in a row. And then all of a sudden, I'm planting this giant garden this year. I like ordered all sorts of seeds. I ordered a trellis for this crazy grapevine that we have to put it on that thing because it's really pretty then. It's not like gross on this old chicken wire stuff. And I ordered, like, I'm gonna have a spreadsheet of all my seeds and, you know, time it. And it's hit me that, like, wow, I've wanted to do that my whole life. But I got so shut down that I barely realized it as a goal. I barely knew it was a goal, much less did it. So that's what I mean of being shut down. You can be shut down and not know it's happening. And so the good news is there's always a simple, fun energy healing. There's always good news in energy healing. So the good news is, you know, maybe there are ways that you're shut down, consciously or subconsciously, but you don't have to know what they are. You just work on not being shut down. So that's really, if we had to maybe have a little subtitle of lighten your journey, brighten your path, it might be don't be shut down. So we're going to help with different techniques that basically like clear some energy blocks, internal energy blocks that kind of make you tolerate being shut down. And then with all the safety techniques, subconsciously tolerate being shut down. And then with all the energy safety stuff we're doing, and there are many new and existing techniques that we're going to be using for energy safety. So then you're going to be safer. So they won't be so much like kind of pressing down on you, overwhelming you. And then you'll clear the inner energy blocks that make you sort of okay with being shut off. And so you clear those blocks, and then now you're not shut down. And so, you know, then all of a sudden things are lighter and brighter and you can have your garden, you know, metaphorically or literally, you know, and, or your, you know, pot of daffodils that I could have had really every spring my entire life. All right, cool. Better late than never, folks. Okay, so the existing techniques that we'll be doing is aura repair, chakra repair, grounding, a little bit about Wei Qi auras and Wei Qi aura rings. And I do have associated videos about all this stuff, which I'll post later in the comment section. So if you want just like one video on, say, aura repair, you'll be able to find it in the comment section. But so to some extent, we'll be doing Wei Qi aura work and Wei Qi aura ring work. We'll see how much of that comes in today's healing versus Sunday and Tuesday. Definitely healing far away parts of you, so that you're less scattered, so that those far off parts of you feel better and come back. And that's coronavirus related in a way, because that seems to be a very, very common thing that's occurring with coronavirus. People are just like, big parts of their energy is just kind of checking out. Maybe consciously they just feel like they're freaked out or they're stressed out. They don't really realize the literal aspects of it. But anyway, so we're going to be doing that. We're going to have a couple quiet moments in this healing walkthrough, which is I think a little bit new. I mean, to do it that explicitly, they're going to be like a minute here and there, maybe 3 times or so in this live stream where I'll let you know, but I won't talk for like a minute because I want to be sort of internal and deeper with what I'm doing in the healing at that moment. But I will suggest to you what you can do in that minute of quiet, which I think is a good exercise too, so it would be like you can think of things you're grateful for, or you can just deep breathe, or you can give yourself a hand massage during that minute, or just, if you're cleaning your house, keep cleaning your house for the minute. So anyway, we'll have that, quiet moments, just a few. And of course, we will clear coronavirus fears and group fear. So as we touched on a lot in the Healing Masterclass of March, which the explicit theme is clear repeating patterns, negative repeating patterns. But we did a lot of clearing group fear about coronavirus and personal baggage. That could be from past lives. A lot of it is past life stuff, of past lives where you've, been in contagious illness situations and you have some leftover baggage about that. So of course we'll do more of that in this triplets. That, like I said, we'll do it in every healing for a while now. And then the new stuff, there will be, I would say, like 3 basic new things if I had to number them. We will be unblocking and repairing all your energy channels in sort of a simple kind of composite way where, so like all energy channels, meaning like, for example, energy channel that flows down your arms, down your shoulders and your arms, energy channels that, bring earth energy up your legs. Also all your, like the energy flow up and down your spine, I would consider that an energy channel. And then all your TCM meridians in your body, traditional Chinese medicine, TCM meridians, those I would consider energy channels as well. So we're going to repair and unblock all those to the extent that is healthy and gentle. Specifically for the traditional Chinese medicine meridians, there is some unblocking that would be too much to do in one day. It is possible. The other energy channels, I don't think it's possible to do too much, but the TCM ones, yeah, you could kind of overdo it. So, but it's okay. We're just going to have that healthy and gentle intention and have the angels help, so you won't do too much. But anyway, it's nice. We're going to unblock and repair all those energy channels, and not only that, repair a red force field of your life force and your body's life force around all these energy channels. So when you have that force field, they stay repaired longer, and so you'd be less leaky. You won't leak energy so much. And that is good for you having energy, but it's also good for energy safety, because when you're leaking energy, you attract beings and maybe even people that are kind of moochy, people that are needy and, maybe just subconsciously, but they, kind of take energy from others. So if you mend up all your leaks, your energy leaks, it's a lot better for your energy. You may need less naps. You may just feel more robust, but also you're less likely to attract invasive beings and people if you don't have energy leaks. So that's going to be fun. Another good, so that I would say is one new technique that's easy and very cool. I think part of how cool it is because it's like all the energy channels at once. We're just like, okay, bam, bam, do them all at once. So TCM channels, so the GV and CV meridian, all the other meridians in your body, and then, your arm channels, your leg channels. So it's very like wham, bam, move on. It's efficient. Okay, so anyway, the second new thing is good karma windows. Good karma windows, that's kind of a big deal too. And again, I have 3 healings, the Friday, Sunday, and Tuesday. So we'll see how much of it fits into today versus Sunday and Tuesday. But good karma windows are these windows behind your neck and head. And so they are similar. Well, there was one that I taught about the moonroof window, moonroof window, which is in the 5th layer, but you have ones in all your layers. You have different ones in all your layers. So we're going to work all of them at once, which is really good for energy safety. And it also helps relieve some neck and head pressure, which is really nice, of course. It helps you with overall presence. And I call them good karma windows because when they're repaired and healed and safe, they let in good karma energy. So when the universe is trying to repay you for good deeds that you've done in this life and in other lives, that's part of how you bring in your good karma energy, is through those windows. So if they're unblocked and flowing and healed and safe, then that's easier for you to be able to receive help from the universe through your good karma. So that's good karma windows. And like I said, we'll see how much of it I get to today versus Sunday and Tuesday. And I already talked about clearing the shutdown energy. Like, don't be shut down. That's what I'm calling that a new technique. Don't be shut down, because it's that 2-part thing where you clear your inner energy blocks so you don't allow yourself to get shut down, but then it's just making you safe enough so that you so it doesn't happen. Okay, so that's it. That's the whole healing. Oh my gosh, it took me 29 minutes to explain all that. All right. And there will not be a Q&A, a separate Q&A today. I think I'll probably do one on Sunday after the live stream, the healing live stream. I'll do a Q&A live stream probably on Sunday, but not today. Okay. So thank you for all my hellos. I really appreciate it. Usually I don't refer to comments except at the end. I will catch up. But the angels do want me to comment on one of them now. So a commenter says, would you please consider doing one for us to clear and connect with our guides so we don't feel alone in this? I would suggest, yeah, we'll just add a quick technique called melt your wall. It's a 4-minute video too. Melt your wall. But we'll add that to this healing. Melt your wall, because your angels and your spirit guide are with you already. It's just sometimes, you know, the baggage is that you have internally accidentally mutes your awareness of your angels and maybe distorts the supportive messages that they're trying to give you. So yeah, we'll add a little bit of that on. And as a related video, if you did want to work more with your angels in your sleep, which I think would be good for that person and really anybody, there's a video I'll link later. It has work more with angels in sleep. And that does extra clearing of the 4th and 5th chakra of the astral body, of your astral body, your spirit body. Because when you clean out these chakras more of your astral body, it affects how open to guidance and teaching you are in your sleep with your angels. So that can really dramatically help you to get way more help in your sleep from your angels. But everybody has angels, and your angels are always trying to help you. So really, you could just say, I'm going to let my angels help me. I'm going to let my angels help me today and tonight in my sleep, and every day and every night in my sleep. I am open to divine assistance. You could write that down. I'm open to divine assistance. Something like that. I'm open to my angels' help. Yeah. Okay. But if you have more questions about that, like I said, there'll probably be a Q&A on Sunday after the healing. Or you could post under any of my videos question about angels at any time. All right. I'm going to We're gonna have a quiet moment because I'm gonna just for a minute say hi to all the participants telepathically, the people I'm healing, the 100 people, and then we'll get started with grounding. So you could just get comfortable, get your tea in your quiet moment, or think of a few things you're grateful for in your quiet moment, or breathe, or give yourself a little hand massage in your quiet moment. Okay. So you can just wake up your hand chakras a little extra. We all have chakras in the palm of each hand and also in each fingertip. And it's if you relax and unblock them more, they generate more energy. And then you just use your intention to set that energy to a gold color. It's like you set the chakra itself to generate gold as the color, like metallic gold. And that color is high, but not too high. So it helps you let go. It helps you like forgive and not resist and just heal, basically. So, and if you can't use your hands because you're cooking or you're holding 2 kids or something, you can just create gold suns or gold garden hoses or something, and have those suns or garden hoses or gold flamethrowers do the work of your hands. Either way. So a lot of how I suggest that people heal is make a copy out in front of you and then use that copy. So like you imagine a big bubble out in front of you, that's a copy of your aura right now. And don't make it perfect. You want to make it the way your aura really is right now. So maybe your aura has some gashes in the back or the top or both. You want the bubble to be realistic to the way your aura is right now. And then you use that copy to make repairs to your aura. And sometimes this seems like kind of too hard for some newbies. They're like, do I really have to use a copy? No, you don't have to ever use a copy. I would say try to at least use a copy some of the time, because then you get better and better at it, and it's a very powerful technique to become very, very accurate over time in healing yourself, because you can spin around your copy and you notice things better, and it's just a good thing to get good at. And before you're good at it, you will feel that you're not good at it, but you're probably half decent at it anyway. So you just relax. Keep breathing. And say you don't have any rips in your aura. Well, then the gold light, what it's doing, rather than repairing, if repairing is not needed, then it's just helping you to wash out blocked energy blocks. They kind of wash out and they kind of melt. It's sort of like you could describe it one way or the other. And then make a big grounding for yourself. Nice wide grounding, as wide as your whole aura. So her aura maybe on Akidal is like this wide. So then that would be a good width for her grounding then too. And ideally make the grounding go as high as your 3rd chakra. Your 3rd chakra is where your sternum bone ends. So right there. And you make it red or orange or yellow is what I would suggest for your grounding, because those are good colors for your lower chakras of your body. You don't say, I personally like purple a lot, right? But I wouldn't make my grounding purple, because it would trigger my lower chakras too much. It's a little too fast moving of a vibration. So I would pick red or orange or yellow for grounding. So I would suggest you do that, and you can, any shade of red or orange or yellow you prefer, it doesn't matter. I mean, you can even test them, like test red and release it red, make your red grounding, and then make your grounding orange and see what that's like. See how well you're releasing it orange. And then you just, with your intention or your thought, switch your grounding to be a yellow vibration and see how you're releasing it yellow. So it could be that you're releasing fastest at one vibration, but it's really nice to actually unblock all three, because sometimes you might notice some energy blocks at a certain color. And so if you're feeling motivated, you can just say, oh, wow, red feels pretty blocked. Let me stay at red and unblock that for a second, you know? But sometimes it's just nice to go with what already works, you know? So you kind of test and realize, oh, I'm releasing so much at yellow. Let me be at yellow. So they're grounding is really important. Someone mentioned releasing grief, and releasing grief is really all about releasing. You know, it's the releasing part. If you get grief triggered and you're not releasing, you really feel it. Yeah, you feel your grief. But you can still have that same tragic situation that you're, you know, maybe in the middle of, you know, but if you fix your releasing and you get really thorough releasing, you actually feel it like 10% of how you used to feel it. Like the feeling of it is actually that your grief is stuck. If you're releasing grief, it's a very subtle feeling and it's not at all like painful. Even if you have a lot of grief and some big tragedy happened, if you're releasing it well, it doesn't hurt. It's just that most people don't release it well. Most people like pile on top of each other and become this big like grief sandwich with each other. Then they're like, it'll never go away. Your grief never goes away. You know, I don't need a friend like that who's going to tell me stuff like that. That my grief is never going to go away. No, actually, if you release well, it really does. I mean, there are aspects of that grief that is still real for you, but the pain of it really can go away. And, you know, I mean, people don't know. They think they're helping by saying stuff like that to each other. Oh, your grief will never go away. So what are we doing? We're unblocking grounding. Why? Because we want grief to go away. We want sadness to go away. We want anything to go away, fear to go away. Just, you know, just be you. You are not your grief. You are not your fear. You are not your sadness. That's something that some people, they never get to. They become very defined by the tragedies that they've been through. They get confused. You don't have to be a sum total of all the bad things that you've been through. I would call that a pain identity if you become the sum total of all the pains. I mean, yeah, you get stronger and wiser because of those experiences, but you don't have to hold on to the pain. You can let it go. It doesn't have to be you. So an affirmation version of that would be, I am not my pain. I can let go. So what am I doing? I'm combing through the aura still. Everybody's repair is complete. But if you are doing your own right now, just double check, you know, did you get all the rips? And it's nice to have your angels give you a sign so you know for sure, because sometimes you get most of them, but there's still a couple left, and that's kind of a big deal. You want to mend it all up, all the rips in your aura. So you can say, angels, can you please give me a sign that's obvious if I'm done? or if I'm not done, you know? So like my sign that I think is fun that the angels do for me, they do several ones for me. One is like they'll show me a gold check mark. One is they'll show me lots of gold sparkles, and one is they drop a lot of flowers on the edge of the aura that I'm looking at. So if I'm working on a client or if I'm working on myself, all of a sudden I'll be like, am I done? And then the angels will drop a whole bunch of flowers on the surface of the aura, so I can see that I'm done. You can also just use your intuition. But... Okay, so we did a lot of grounding unblocking already, but we can, again, double check your grounding. Make sure it's nice and wide as your whole aura, red or orange or yellow, all the way down to the core of the earth, that it stays wide all the way down. A lot of people that needed grounding, their grounding had gotten very skinny, narrow. Even, you know, some of my veterans that happened to. And of course some newbies as well. So it's not like, okay, I made a wide grounding on Monday, and so on Thursday my grounding is going to be just awesome. You know, double check, because even 2 hours later your grounding, because baggage can trigger, that kind of makes you resistant, and then that pulls in your grounding. So you want to just make a nice wide grounding again. I mean, one sign that your grounding might have gotten narrow is if you feel tension, you know, in your like tummy or your gut or somewhere, or you feel like you're reacting in a way that's not really centered in Zen, you know, and your grounding probably got too narrow. So just make it wide again, comb through it. So you just imagine a copy of like your grounding. So like here's, you know, your third chakra, maybe that's the top of your grounding, and here's the center of the earth, you know, and you just comb downward to make sure like the back of it is unblocked. The front of it, check each side. Some people, like, they sort of favor one side or another, like people that lean over a lot or they cross their legs a lot. You want to make sure that both sides of your grounding are releasing very well. And the back and the front. Oh, right. Woo-hoo. Good job, guys. Go ahead, pat yourself on the back. Good job. So let's do chakra repair. So chakra repair with composite copy technique. I will, of course, link that later below. Composite copy technique for chakra repair basically is really easy. You can repair as many chakras as you want at the same time, just by imagining all of them as one. So, you know, a chakra, the general shape of a chakra, let's see, we'll use this flower catalog to illustrate the general shape of a chakra. So the general shape of a chakra would be a cylinder, right? An open cylinder. So energy flows in the front, spins around inside, flows out the back. Okay. And so 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 are like that. And then 7th is like this, but it's small. It's like, you know, that big maybe. It's like in there. The top of it is right here where your hand is at the top of your head, and then it's in there. So energy flows in the bottom of it, spins around and flows out the top, and then goes to the top of your 7th layer and flows outward. I do have a 3-video playlist called 7 Chakras Aura Layers Flow. So if you want to understand more about the direction of flow and all the different chakras and their colors and whatever, that's a nice 3-video set to learn that. And anyway, so you imagine all 7, we're going to right now imagine all 7 of your physical body chakras and then all 7 of your astral body chakras. And then we're just going to throw in for good measure, yeah, let's just throw in for good measure 1 extra one. The one below the first chakra, right below the first chakra, the Kundalini chakra, which helps with having like peppy energy during your day. And also if you turn it down completely, it helps you sleep well and or get back to sleep. So that's the Kundalini chakra. I have a whole bunch of videos on Kundalini. I can link that playlist below if you're interested in learning more about that. If it's revved up really high on an adult, it is also a sexual energy, but in a kid, kids have Kundalini too, young kids, and that's not a sexual energy. It's like if it's pep for them too. And then, just like spark, spunk. And then, but with kids, one Kundalini imbalance they can have is if they're just like so wild and they can't calm down. So like, in school they have recess, and then after recess they're supposed to sit and be like completely calm, like for math class or something. And those kids can't turn off their Kundalini. They can't rev it back down. So they can't pay attention, and so or a kid that needs to go to bed and all of a sudden they have like so much energy, their Kundalini is just like blaring on and they don't know how to turn it down or turn it off. So you could learn, if you're one of their parents, you could learn about Kundalini in those videos. And if you have any questions, you could post under any of those videos. But anyway, so anyone has Kundalini and it's a useful energy. So that's why we will be healing the Kundalini chakra as well. So you just imagine one open cylinder out in front of you that represents copies of all your 7 physical chakras, including then the extra Kundalini chakra. So that's really 8 physical body chakras, plus your 7 astral body chakras, the main ones along your spine of your spirit body. So it's really 7, 7, and 1. So that's what, 15, right, kids? 15 chakras that's just represented by this one composite copy, right? And you just think of, okay, well, is there anything like kind of any scratches that shouldn't be there, any missing little pieces around the round edges that shouldn't be there, any damage, and just have the gold light repair any damage. There might be some gashes in the sides that shouldn't be there. So again, like your copy looks a little bit like this, maybe not quite as long. But, so your composite copy of your chakra could be maybe like, it doesn't matter how long it is, but just make an open cylinder and heal it. And that's your copy of these 15 chakras. And again, if you don't have hands free, just make imagine still the composite copy of your 15 chakras out in front of you, and then just make a lot of gold suns or gold fire, or maybe gold water that heals and repairs. And if you don't need the repair, then what does this do? It strengthens the chakras. It helps you release blocked energy. And then let's unblock these chakras. You can just imagine, like a lot of times blocked energy, well, it can be 2 ways that you block up usually. Energy can kind of just be like sort of caked on around the cylinder part. That can be energy blocks, and also it can be stuck in the openings, so clogging up the flow in and out. So you can imagine the energy blocks around here and also around here, and you just melt them off with gold light. So that would be called unblocking all your chakras, right? So just gold light and melt away the energy blocks, and you want to melt away what's healthy and gentle to clear today, right? So around the round openings, you can just kind of nudge out the energy blocks that are healthy and gentle to clear, and then you can blow up the chunks if you want, or you can nudge them out and then melt them away with gold light. You might be in the mood for one way one day and one way the other day. Another fun way to do it too is you can make a big gold basin, a tub of water, a tub of gold light. You imagine just a big tub of gold light that's gold healing energy, and then you just dunk your composite copy of all those chakras into the gold light, and you just swish it around and let the gold light go through the copy of all the chakras, so it's unblocking and repairing and soothing all your chakras, and then you just lift it out and give that tub of gold light to your angels or blow it up. And there you go. And just make sure, we basically already did it, but it's nice to be explicit sometimes. Melt away any energy cords from people or beings or whatever that are going into these chakras. Except if you have young kids, you can keep the cord going to your first chakra from each kid. So 1 cord per kid. I used to say also 1 cord to each of your pets, but I think it depends. I think sometimes it might be useful to cord your pets at the first chakra, and then other times it might not be useful. I find that if I don't cord my pets, they sleep better because they're not so wired to me and what I'm going through. So now I lean more towards not cording my pets, except if I'm really trying to get them to, you know, all ducks in a row kind of thing. Then I might cord them at the first chakra at that point. But anyway, so melt away all the cords going into all these chakras, except your first chakra if you have young kids. Melt away the cords with gold light. And this is not something that now is melted forever, you know? I mean, somebody could cord you a couple hours from now, maybe if you have some baggage triggered and they cord it. But, you know, it's good to do whenever. Okay, good. So we did aura repair. We did chakra repair. We did a lot of grounding work. Let's do the help the far away parts come back. There's a video on that. It's called Stacking and Clearing 3 Ways, which does that and more. Stacking and Clearing 3 Ways. I will link it below later today in the comment section. But you just the part that we're going to do of it that helps you be less scattered is you imagine colored bunches of your energy that's far off, that's not here with you, and that's how you're scattered. That little parts of you just were like, oh, I can't deal with this, and they just checked out, you know? And it's subconscious usually, sometimes it's conscious. But you just imagine those little parts of you and stay here and just run gold light through those parts of you. So they may just look like little, you know, pieces of rainbow colored energy in different places. That's you. And so you just run gold light through those far off parts of you that are scattered, and just take your time with that. Just relax, and those parts you can then unblock, stop being so triggered, and naturally automatically come back. So it's not like you're pulling them back to you, you're just healing them. And then when they heal, they naturally, you know, you have this natural instinct to be in the same place at the same time. All right, good job. So that is being less scattered. You just imagine the scattered parts of you, heal them with gold light, and they come back. Easy peasy. Okay, so we did that. Okay, so okay, so now we're going to do that new technique where you you're less leaky. You make yourself not leak energy through all these energy channels. I'm still learning all the ways in which people become leaky, because it's really fascinating. Like, I can look at different clients and I'm like, oh my God, they're leaking energy out their upper vertebrae here, like C1, C2, C3, these upper vertebrae at the right before the skull. They're leaking a ton of energy out here. They're leaking a ton of energy out here. They're leaking energy out their shoulders and the back of their arms. They're leaking energy out their inner thighs and their ankles, you know, all this leaking energy. And then people wonder why they don't have enough energy, you know, and why they have all these beings in their space, you know, because like I said, if you energy leaks, it kind of attracts beings and invasive beings, invasive people, because you're just, you know, it's like you're giving away all this energy all the time. So, you know, beings show up. So But again, you are a mighty and strong eternal being. You are like way bigger than any of these little pesky invasive beings that we're talking about. So just so you know, you're the big guy on the block. So no need to be afraid. So anyway, I guess first we'll just check in on how leaky are you. Just be aware of like, you know, your shoulders back here, your upper neck, like are you leaking energy out here? Are you leaking energy down here? Are you leaking energy in your shoulders, your knees? Are you leaking energy around your knees, around your inner thighs? And you know, it could be all of the above, you know. And then of course are you leaking energy out of your GV meridian, which is a major meridian that goes up your back and around your head and into the roof of your mouth, actually. Goes around here and in there. And then the CV meridian, conception vessel meridian, these are traditional Chinese medicine meridians. It goes straight up here. That's a major yin meridian. This one's a major yang meridian in your body. It really helps your physical body to be well and fully functioning. But anyway, you can be leaking energy from those also, and from any meridian. So it just means like, rather than like is repair the leaks in this thing, unblock it, and we're gonna, there's a red force field that should be around any of these energy channels ideally. And if it's a spirit energy channel, then that's just your spirit's energy at red. But if it's a body energy channel, then it's both. Your spirit has a force field that would go around those body channels, and also your physical body has life force that would go around those channels. But that energy can get ripped out so that you don't have that protective red force field around your energy channels. So all we got to do is use this copy, and we're going to just unblock, repair, and heal to the extent that it's healthy and gentle, right? Because you can always do more tomorrow. You want to do bit by bit. I mean, there could be a lot that you can do today that's healthy and gentle. It just depends. You know, you want to just have your intuition. I like to only be aware of what's healthy and gentle. That way, it's not like I'm seeing 20 holes and I can only heal 10, because that would kind of annoy me. So if 10 is what's healthy and gentle, 10 little holes, then that's all I want to be aware of, and that's all I want to heal. Okay, so just have that intention that you want to do what's healthy and gentle. So you're imagining this energy channel, and just notice, are there any holes in this composite copy? They probably are, you know, because it's all your energy channels, right? So just use the gold light and wash out all the holes that shouldn't be there. All the leaking holes, that's how you leak energy, is through these little gashes or holes that aren't supposed to be here. And so just let the gold light mend up as many of those as is healthy and gentle, and also let the gold light unblock this flow through this energy channel, right? So the energy is flowing through the energy channel, and you can just imagine, you know, this is such a simplified copy, right? So let's say the energy flow is supposed to be from here to here, you know, whichever direction you feel like that your copy should be. But just, you know, let the energy, although, you know, in your spine, energy flows both directions, up and down. So you don't really have to overthink it, but just unblock to the extent that is healthy and gentle for all these energy channels. And again, mend it up, heal any of the leaks that are healthy and gentle to heal right now. And then also that red force field around it of body and spirit energy. You don't have to overthink it, but just kind of notice in your composite copy, you know, maybe that force field is there, but it's not very thick, so you can kind of build it up more. Just as you wash it off, it just grows more. You don't have to overthink it. And again, it's just some of it's your spirit's energy, your energy at red, and some of it's your physical body's energy at red. And if you just kind of acknowledge this force field and let it heal and repair to the extent that's healthy and gentle to do right now. And again, it's nice to get, you know, have your angels give you a sign when you've done enough. You know, angels, have I done enough? You know, and maybe you get a sign that, yeah, I have. You know, I just got like a little ding and like a little check mark, so I know, you know. So just whatever you feel like, okay, now I've done enough for now. That's so nice. Yay. So what is that? That's really, we did all energy channels, all body and spirit energy channels using composite copy technique. There's no video on that because that's new. But I will put a timestamp below. I'll try to figure out what was the exact timestamp maybe for that one. And I'll put that timestamp in the comment section and the info section as well. So if you want, you can just click on the timestamp and it'll go right to this, you know, that part in the video that we just did. Okay. So let me check in with everybody. So we'll have a quiet moment. So during this quiet moment, you can do whatever you want. You know, have your tasty herbal beverage, or just breathe, think about what you're grateful for. Maybe just notice, you know, 2 or 3 things about your mind, your state of mind, or about, you know, how your body's doing. Just, you know, try to be with yourself and just keep breathing. You could give yourself a hand massage, just whatever you need during this little 1 minute where I'm gonna be quiet. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed your quiet minute, your quiet moment. So now we're gonna do a new technique called good karma windows. And I'll try to put a timestamp for this too. And good karma windows is basically like, if you know the technique that we've done before called moonroof healing, moonroof, like moon in the sky, moonroof healing. That is a special window that you have in the 5th layer of your aura, 5th chakra, 5th layer, all around you, layer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have like this little cool blue window back here that if it's healed and repaired and safe, then it just brings in this really uplifting, gentle energy, and it just helps you with your state of mind. So at that time when I taught that technique, and I'll link that below, the moonroof video if you want, but I think you could just, you don't have to go back and do that moonroof video if you don't know it, because we're going to be doing the moonroof window, the 5th chakra one. I'll still call it that for fun, but it's also the 5th chakra, or the 5th good karma window. And then we'll be doing all the others, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, of course, and then 6, 7. So you have, each aura layer has one of those windows, and they're the color of that aura layer. So if you do the rainbow color system, red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, deeper blue, and purple, then you have all these windows that are those colors: red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, deep blue, purple. And they're just, if they're repaired and whole and properly functioning, then, and unblocked, then you have a lot less tension in this area, and you're just safer and way more present. And also, like I said, you are able to receive good karma energy through those windows at a nice gentle pace. So and it can make you feel a lot less overwhelmed to work this over here, all your good karma windows, because when you have a lot of tension here, it really makes people feel very freaked out and overwhelmed potentially. So it's an easy technique. I think you're gonna like it. So let's do it. It's called Good Karma Windows. So you just imagine this space out in front of you, like make a copy of it. Even if you don't have a doll, it's okay. And so you imagine, say, the back of your neck and the base of your skull right here, and just behind that. So from the edge of your aura to this part of your skull, and just that whole area. And each, like I said, each of these layers has a little window, you know, maybe like that big. And you just imagine all of them out in front of you. And you just, even if you can't see, it doesn't matter. You know, you just imagine these 7 windows, and you want to unblock them. Just use lots of gold light. And just like with the moonroof window, you can get beings that come through these windows. And again, you're the big guy, you're the big mighty eternal soul, but these little beings, you know, they get in the way, they cause tension here. We don't want that, right? So you just think to yourself, well, okay, I want my angels to recycle all the beings that are messing with my good karma windows. So you just say, angels, can you please recycle any beings that are messing with my good karma windows? And then maybe you have some people that are accessing you through these windows, so some cords from people. So you just imagine those cords and just melt them all with gold light. So you just melt any, with gold fire, gold water, gold light, melt any cords from people that are coming through here. There shouldn't be any cords from beings anymore, because you just asked your angels to recycle those beings. But maybe, you know, if you notice any, are there still any, you know, ask yourself, are there still any beings accessing you through these good karma windows, you know, like trying to get a cord through there? And if so, just say, angels, can you please recycle the beings that are trying to access me through these good karma windows? Please recycle these beings. And it's not that you did it wrong the first time. Sometimes they're just a couple batches, and it, you know, it's good to clear them. Like, okay, I cleared a bunch, let me check again. Okay, I cleared a bunch more. So you're not doing it wrong if you have to do it 2 or 3 times. So then now we're going to repair the windows. Each window, ideally, when it's fully repaired, it looks like a triple frame. Like, if I was going to make one of my amazing drawings of it, it's like a square frame, but then it's like 3 each side is like triple. I'll just show it to you because I can't seem to explain it properly. Hold on one sec. Gotta make my amazing drawing. Okay, here we go. So that's a triple frame. That's what I was trying to explain. Okay, so a triple frame, it's like, you know, 1, 2, 3. They're right up against each other. So each frame really is like a triple frame. It just, you know, if you had really detailed clairvoyance, you'd be able to see that. And so if it's, usually when it's damaged, it's like half of it's completely missing. So it'll be like, you know, you'll have part of the frame and then like part of it's like completely gone. So it's just like broken. So then you use a lot of gold light and you repair it. So just go ahead, go through all your triple frames, well, what should be triple frames, and just use gold light. You don't have to mindfully create anything on purpose, because if you use gold light, it's just going to repair itself. And there's no wrong way to do it. Like if you want to do the top of all of them first and then the left side of all of them, it doesn't matter. You know, just improvise. And if, like you said, if you don't have hands free, you can just make gold fire that sort of clings to the frames and heals them. You know, rebuilds them. And this work is, I would say, inherently healthy and gentle, because it's, so you don't have to worry if you're doing too much, because what you're doing is you're removing, you're going from being more overwhelmed to less overwhelmed by doing this work. So you can just go for it when you're working these good karma frames, good karma windows. And the window itself is like translucent. So it'll be like, you know, say this one looks blue, right? So this one is the fifth layer one, the fifth good karma window, we could call it, which I used to call it the moonroof window right here. But so this window here, I haven't drawn it in, but that would be like a light blue right here color that you could see through. So you just imagine repairing those too, the window part, you know, because maybe there's like a hole in one of the windows. So just let the gold light do it. You don't have to overthink it. So you're repairing the windows, you're repairing the frames. And you might have things stuck in these frames, like someone could like throw a spear, like an energy object that kind of gets stuck in a few of the windows at once. So you just imagine anything, any hard objects that's stuck in any of these windows, and just kind of surround all those objects in gold light. And you just lift all the objects out at once and hand them to your angels. And then you can repair some more, because, you know, when you remove all those objects, then it's good to repair afterwards, because there may be a, you know, like a hole where that spear was. So you just repair, and again, repair the frames, repair the window part, and you're just doing all 7 of them at once. Don't overthink it, keep it simple. And then too, the last thing with that is you unblock. And this I guess you could do to the extent that's healthy and gentle, but it is one of those things where it does really help you. So I wouldn't be too concerned about that, but just you unblock, because you can have energy blocks around each of these windows, like in front and behind each of these windows, because the window doesn't take up the whole aura layer. So you can have energy blocks that kind of collect. And you just want to melt the energy blocks. And there are different fun ways to do that. I mean, you could just do gold light. You can also even like take all the energy blocks and kind of lower them, get them away from the windows, and then just kind of blow them all up at once. That's kind of fun. Or you could just take all the energy blocks, you know, down and like melt them all at once, just the energy blocks when they're away from the windows. Whatever's fun for you. You know, if that's too complicated, don't worry about it. But just, again, we're unblocking these windows because we want them to be low pressure. The energy blocks kind of build up a pressure on the window itself. So we want each of these windows to be low pressure. And that sometimes is a way that I sort of quickly diagnose, do I need to work on any of them? A, are they all repaired? And B, are they all low pressure? And, you know, it could be that like maybe the outer ones are high pressure, or the inner ones are high pressure or medium pressure. And so, yeah, you got to unblock them more. So just unblock until they're all low pressure. Okay, so to complement that, I think some leg work is good. So I'll link below this video called Earth Energy Up Legs, I think is in the title, explaining Earth Energy Up Legs, something like that. And so we'll do a little bit of that right now. Just think of the red earth energy coming up your legs. And there should be a pretty decent flow right now because of what we did before, where we repaired all the energy channels and then we made a nice red force field around all the energy channels. That should help you bring up even more earth energy all the way up into your first chakra, through your legs into your first chakra. But just recheck that. Recheck your grounding, that your grounding is nice and wide and flowing all the way downward. Check the back, unblock the back of your grounding. And like I said, be aware of your leg energy flow up your legs. And just check that enough earth energy is getting into your first chakra. And while we're talking about your first chakra, you can unblock it extra, like just imagine just your first chakra, maybe a composite of your physical first chakra and your astral body first chakra, and just unblock them both at once. So you just like get the energy blocks away from the round openings and just blow them up. Or you can just melt the energy blocks with gold light. So again, you're imagining a composite copy of both of your first chakras, your physical body first chakra and your astral body first chakra, that's located right around here on both your physical body and your astral body. And just you can gently pull out the energy blocks and just blow them up. Or you can just use gold light and melt them in place. But you want to do that in both round openings. And some of this is coronavirus drama, like people's fears, your fears. You just want to calm down this first chakra so it can do its job. What's your first chakra's job? To generate safety and courage and abundance. So what are we doing? We're especially healing your first chakra, physical first chakra and astral body first chakra. We're just imagining one composite copy of both of those chakras and just lots of gold light. Repair and unblock. We don't really need to repair because we already did that, but just unblock it some more. Any coronavirus drama, any financial dramas, just melt them away. Because how do you manifest change? You change within. How do you change within? You melt away energy blocks, you repair yourself, you restore yourself. Okay, let me check, because I think the whole don't be shut down, we'll just do a quick version of that. We've already done some because the fixing your good karma windows helps you to be not shut down, because it makes you way safer. Being less scattered also helps you not be shut down because it makes you much more present and therefore stronger. Weighty auras and weighty aura rings, that will have to wait until Sunday, but in a way that's good because then I can see the effects of the new techniques without the weighty stuff. So we'll do that on Sunday or Tuesday, the weighty auras. So we'll just, right before we end, we're going to clear shutdown blocks, energy blocks that have you sort of subconsciously or consciously tolerate or accept, or you're just used to being shut down. You allow it on a spirit level. So make a big blanket out in front of you and just put on it any energy blocks that you have, conscious or subconscious. There are probably many subconscious blocks about being shut down. So just, letting like overwhelming energy just kind of turn off your conscious goals, your dreams, your initiative, your action energy. Just, make a big gold blanket out in front of you, dump on there all your shutdown baggage that makes you get shut down. And then go ahead, we're going to clear this baggage. So the quickest way is just gold light and relax. Use gold light and let go. Let the pile melt. If you feel that you need a little bit more help, like that pile is kind of glued to you, then bring up red earth energy and soak the pile in red earth energy. You can also push the pile further away from you. Soak it in the red earth energy and then more gold light. You can use that gold light also to melt away cords that you have to the pile or that other people have to the pile. And again, you're melting away the baggage that has allowed you to be shut down. And we'll do that more in the Friday and Tuesday healing as well. So I'm just going to check everybody so you can just, check in with yourself for a second. Okay, so you can just ask your angels for a blessing and a healing as we wrap up. So that's very simple. You just say it with your thought, so you don't have to say it out loud. You say, angels, can I please have a blessing and a healing? Oh, and I didn't do, the angels are reminding me, melt your wall. So let's add that. Imagine any inner wall that you have that is lessening, that is reducing how much angel help you can receive. So imagine your inner wall that accidentally blocks you from receiving angel help and guidance, and just melt that wall. Imagine that wall out in front of you and just melt it with gold light. Just let your wall melt so that you're fully open to angel help. You can even say, as you melt your wall, say, I am open to divine assistance. Something like that. You know, I'm going to let my angels help me. Because a lot of people think, oh, my angels aren't helping me, but that's impossible. Like, that's their full-time job. They're definitely trying to help you. You know, you may be blocked to letting it in, you know? So you want to, I'm open to angel help. I'm open to divine assistance, something like that. Okay, great. So that blessing and healing from your angels is going to continue for as long as you need it. And yeah, so we're done with the healing. So it was about an hour healing with about a half-hour intro. And as I have said, we're going to do another one in 2 days and another one 2 days after that. So that's the whole triplet idea, that there's today is Friday, and then we're going to do it on Sunday and in Tuesday. So you're welcome to join. If you're getting the healing, of course, you know, you can watch or not watch and you'll still be getting the healing. But everyone else that maybe didn't get a chance to buy one before it sold out, you're very welcome to watch. Again, on Sunday and Tuesday at the same time. And like I said, you can look at the other healings on my website, janetwrightreadings.com. And then there's a sessions menu and it says pay here. And that pay here page is where all the themes are listed and all the dates are listed. So if you want, you can just say, you know, bye or thank you, or just if you have any quick comment about how you're feeling right now, how this healing was for you, that's usually kind of fun. But it's optional if you don't feel like sharing, but you can share, you know, if like there was a part of the healing that you liked in particular, you could mention it. And so I will just take a minute and look at the comments and read some out loud before I end the live stream. So I got lots of hellos from people all over the world. Good morning, hello, it's working, it's working. Hi, Janet. Got my smiley faces. Good evening, hi. Working well, thank you, everybody. Got lots of cute little emojis. Yeah, people see now some people have off and they weren't off before, so they get to watch the live streams. Hi, peace and love. Yep, somebody else said they can watch live streams more now. See, that's the thing, you know, 4 live streams every month. What a bonus. Someone says hi from Seattle. We do get highs from all over the world. Releasing grief. Yes, we did some of that. It's all about letting go and good grounding. Would you please consider clearing and connecting with our guides, which we did. Yeah, you're never alone. I mean, you can remind yourself that too. I am never alone. You know, I'm open to divine assistance. I am never alone. Oh, somebody's kid laughed. You know, it's funny. People do play these videos for their kids, or, you know, let their kids watch the live stream. And some people will say, oh yeah, my kid, you know, they have a favorite video of yours or something. Or yeah, some people say, oh, my kids really like it when you say hi. It's It's very cute. So I would just encourage everybody, if you do have kids, I mean, like I don't have kids, but you know, a lot of people do, of course. And you know, don't hide this stuff from your kids. I've noticed that some people have this, I think it's subconscious, this impulse to hide it from their children. Like they wait until the kids are in bed before they ever listen to one of these videos, which I think you do a really disservice to yourself and also to your kids. Because if this stuff is important to you and you never let them be exposed to it, then that's something that you can never share with them, you know, their whole lives, you know, and they're most open to new ideas, most likely as a kid, you know, particularly if you start slow, you know, and you just listen to it yourself and you don't like force it on them or anything. But, you know, kids need healings just like adults, you know, and you can even learn to heal your kids using these techniques once you're good enough doing it on yourself. So I would just encourage everybody, don't hide energy healing and spiritual things that you believe in from your own children, because these are important life skills, and if they're important to you, you can show your kids over time that they're important, and it's a huge life skill. Then you're giving your kids a big leg up by doing that, I think. Someone says, I live near a vine that is 250 years old. Rock on, girl. Someone says, I love the heady smell of daffodils. Yeah, my daffodils don't smell. Some smell, some don't, I think. I definitely get shut down a lot. Excited for these techniques. Yeah, I didn't realize. Like, I think probably, I'm pretty sure everybody gets shut down in some way that they're not aware of. And that's pretty amazing too. Because then if you work it, you work it, you work it, then you realize like, oh my gosh, last week I did this, and yeah, I wanted to do that for 10 years and I just now did it, you know, so it's interesting. Someone says, love this, thank you, welcome, welcome. Or just be still. I've been practicing stillness recently. Clear baggage around it, yes. Stillness, simplicity. Simplicity is going to be part of the masterclass coming up. This masterclass this month, April 19th, even though the theme only says body, mind, spirit right now, soon it will say also joy and simplicity. So, and there are, I should say, there are like 28, 29 spots for that at the moment. But I'm assuming it will sell out like they all do. So do not snooze if you haven't yet paid for that one and you want to receive that healing. Someone says, thank you. You're very welcome. I feel so uncomfortable in my body right now. What else can I do to help this? Well, you can melt away that massive tree trunk sized cord from your mother that's going into your first chakra, and then just the massive one that's going from your mother to your grounding as well. So your mom is cording your first chakra and also your grounding. And I've seen that in other mothers, not all of them, you know, but there's this other family I was looking at yesterday when I was looking at participants, and like, I think the mom actually did it. She like drew everybody to her. So like the whole family of adults is cording her grounding and cording her heart chakra and cording her seventh chakra, and it just looks like such a mess. So, and obviously, you know, it's coronavirus related that is inspiring everybody to do these fear behaviors. But yeah, just gold light, you can separate on a spirit level. You can be around your loved ones, you can, you know, care about them, but, you know, try to make sure that your grounding is separate and just go straight down to the center of the earth. It's not like some kind of a chat line with all your family, because then you're going to feel like a nervous wreck. Your first chakra is just for you. It's not for other adults. And just, you know, you might have to continue to remind yourself that. You might have to like literally, you know, have your angels escort that family member out of your space. You can also make energy healing flowers for that family member. That video is resolve conflict and boundary issues, if you don't know it. Resolve conflict and boundary issues. I'll link it below later. But that's a way to, you know, give these loved ones energy healing flowers just on a spirit level without talking to them consciously, and it helps them relax and leave you alone, because they they kind of stabilize more, and then they stop being so clingy. So I would definitely recommend that. You can even get your loved one of these healings, if that's affordable for you. You can buy, your mom the next, healing masterclass or the next triplet set, whatever. Probably sooner is better. La li la. Thank you, Janet. I'm gaining weight. I think it's lockdown anxiety. What can I do to help myself? You could do my videos. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I would practice mindfulness when you're around food, when you're around the kitchen. Like you can even, when you're going to meditate, maybe put some food around you. Not food that you're really craving, but just put like regular food around you and meditate. Practice being present when you're around food. Because I think you and some other people, you're kind of not respecting yourself enough when you're around food. You're not honoring your body enough when you're around food. And so you just kind of tune out and compulsive behavior takes over and you kind of just go far away. So, just have food near you and do stretching, or have food near you and breathe and think about, I value my body. I value myself. Because you can do that and repeating patterns. There's like a short video called Clear Negative Repeating Patterns. You could do that while you're in the kitchen, or bring some food to your meditation chair and don't eat it, just sit in front of you and just do the Clear Repeating Patterns video and just but you got to kind of click yourself out of this tune out and eat kind of idea. Oh yeah, gosh, I totally forgot. Please hit like, the like button, the thumbs up button, if you could, even now at the end, it still helps. Or if you're watching later as a video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you for the reminder. Yeah, comfort eating. Someone else has been doing some comfort eating. I mean, I think try to eat enough satisfying food that is healthy. Like think about that. Like, okay, well, what's satisfying for me that is also healthy? Like it sounds kind of crazy, but like, fat, there is some healthy fat that is also comforting. It leaves you with more of a full feeling, or food that's higher in fiber leaves you with more of a full feeling. So like I have this cod liver oil with lemon. It's a supplement, it helps your immune system, cod liver oil. And you can buy it with like some lemon in it so it doesn't taste bad. And, you can have a spoon of that. And it's not like obviously like this dessert feeling, but it does, make you feel a little full, and you're helping your immune system. So anyway, but I think most of it is just, you're letting baggage get in the way. So you can do specific clearing. What baggage is making me screw myself with my food choices, and just wash that out. Wash out your overeating baggage. Melt it away. Could you please be specific about what you mean when you say we should ask our angels to recycle beings? What happens to the beings when they are recycled? Okay, so yes, thank you for your question. Okay, so recycling is a friendly, nice, cute word that I like a lot. It's basically, I mean, if the being doesn't have any positive usage, like it can't just be taught a little bit about empowerment and have a positive use somewhere, then the angels are just gonna unmake it, they're just gonna turn it into cosmic dust so that it, becomes part of the stars and, whatever. So it's just used later to make something else. It's going to be destroyed, essentially, if that's what the angels decide. That's why I always like that technique, because the angels then are deciding what should continue existing and what should not. You're not deciding that, because I feel like that's a little ego-based, because there are ways to destroy a negative entity so it no longer exists and you did it. But I feel like that's not the best. I feel like it's best to let the angels do that. They decide, they destroy something if that's the best thing. So that's it. And you just ask with your mind, angels, can you please recycle that? You know, like if you notice something that's kind of moving and weird in your space, or smoky or spooky, you know, say, angels, can you please recycle that? You know, and then the angels do it for you. So I hope that answers your question. If not, I'm doing a Q&A on Sunday after the healing if you want to SN, or you can post under any video any question that you have. Somebody says, I feel like warm melted honey, time for a nap. That's adorable. Power naps are good. Somebody says, thank you, I feel more grounded. Great, thank you. I feel very, very relaxed and calm. Yay. Yes, that's washing your mom out of your space. That's what did that. Well, no, I think also the good karma window has helped a lot of people relax, because you can build up so much tension. I feel relaxed, going to take a short nap before going back to work. Yeah, power naps. Fell asleep, but just woke up and feel better. Thank you. Well, good, I'm glad. Yeah, later you could do the video and see what you did it. You know, you received the healing and your angels helped and everything, but later if you want to do it consciously too, that's always extra good. Liked the good karma windows healing. Thanks. Good, I'm glad you liked it. Oh, that's my husband. Let's see. Wave. There you go. That's Lorenzo. He's really neat. I like him. I listened while my boys were playing in the same room. See? There you go. So, immediate effect. Marco said he feels super happy. I love the good karma windows. Yay! Hi, kids. Hi, kids. You're so awesome. Woohoo! Yay! All right. Thank you. Just feeling a bit sleepy, but great all the same. Good to hear. Good to hear from you. In South Korea. Yeah, 3:34 a.m. Yeah. I felt a little messed up earlier, but now I feel better and relaxed. Thank you so much. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Good to hear. Yeah, a special hello to everybody who's watching me, even though it's like 2 in the morning for them or 4 in the morning for them. Thank you. I mean, you don't have to, you can watch later, but I do think there is something extra special that you get when you watch live. So feel strengthened. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have noticed a weakness in my left arm and less gold light coming from the hand chakra on that side. Could be the ergonomics of my makeshift home office, or finally present enough to notice. I think you had a lot of energy leaks in that arm. So you were leaking energy, so not enough comes out the hand, you know, so just, you know, maybe extra do that work about, you know, the leaking. You want like a red protective force field around the energy channel, and you don't want any leaks. Yeah, I think it's a long-term thing though, and you're finally present enough to notice, so that is super cool. Someone says, good info about recycling beings. Well, I'm glad someone asked it so I could answer it. Thank you everybody for your questions. I feel lighter. Thank you. Thank you for this healing. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for the healing. I enjoyed it. Time to sleep. Just logged on. Somebody says, glad you're still answering questions. LOL. Thank you. Yes. Yes. This is I'm not going to answer any questions, and I'm answering questions. But it's good to hear, you know, if someone has a follow-up question about the healing, that's important. Thanks, Janet. You're welcome. Maybe I missed it, but do we have triple windows in each of the karma windows? Yeah. Yeah, they're all triple windows. I didn't know that when I just did the moonroof one, that it's really a triple frame. It's not a triple window, it's just a triple frame. It's just like, you know, like it just looks that way. I didn't notice that before, but I think when you clear them all out, then it's easier to see what it should be. You know, it's easier to repair it fully when you're doing all 7 of them, and then I noticed, wow, yeah, it should be a triple frame. So yeah, I didn't notice that before. But yes, they should all be triple frame. But it just becomes that when you repair it more, so you don't have to be able to see it. Feel much better. Thanks, Janet. Yay! All right, guys, you're so awesome, and thank you so much. And if you're one of the 100 healing participants that I just healed, I will be sending a survey out later, many hours later, because I don't really want you to fill it out till tomorrow. I want you to get a good night's sleep and just have your day, and then fill it out sometime tomorrow, because a lot of times there's delayed effects, and that's interesting to know. You know, like, how did you sleep tonight? You know, how did you feel tomorrow when you woke up? So that's why I send the survey so much later. But I will send the survey later today. And I'll be healing all these 100 participants again on Sunday and Tuesday. And everyone is welcome to watch live. Even if I don't know who you are or anything, you're welcome, welcome, welcome. So the live stream starts at 10 a.m. Pacific in the US and Canada, noon Central in US and Canada, 1 p.m. Eastern, and then other times I don't have memorized, and it changed recently, so I don't want to misquote it, but it's in the info section of this. Like the UK time and the Central Europe time is in the info section of this live stream. And if you need to know other countries, you know, what time the live stream starts, just email me. My email is janet@janetwrightreadings.com. Oh, and a special heads up too. I've had a bunch of newbies that have watched me for a while, and they're just now joining and paying for a healing and saying hi and sending me emails to say hi and introduce themselves. And I'm always happy to hear about that kind of thing. It's always like such a pleasant surprise when someone emails me, and you know, I'm not like mad or anything that they've never gotten a healing, but they've been using my videos for 3 years. It's usually kind of fascinating for me to learn it. It's a positive thing. I'm always happy to meet new viewers. So yay. Someone says, that was wonderful. I feel a buzzing. I feel lighter and happier. Yay. Thanks again, Janet. You're the best. Looking forward to next time. By the way, yes, Michigan. Saying hello from Michigan. I realized after you mentioned shutting down that I have so much that I will be opening. Yeah, it's neat. You know, you don't have to know how you're shut down. You just heal, and then eventually something happens and you're like, oh, that's neat.